with Festival Collection being officially released in the Japanese format, I got my hands on Amelia, and she makes this deck really good going second. So I'll be doing the Nirvana deck profile today, and yeah, just showing off this updated list, and also going a little in depth about playing this deck. So I'll just shift these out of the way. You can stay here. Yep. So first off, of course, the right deck. I have to show off the right deck. I'll be playing Sunrise deck as the starter, no more Trickstar. We don't play Trickstar as the starter anymore. Reno, Ryu, and of course Nirvana. But I didn't bling these out, instead I only blinged the starter, because that's I like blinging starters. So I don't know if I have to explain these, because like you already know them. They've been here ever since almost like, it's not almost, it is last year. Oh my god. Right, so Sunrise deck, if you're going second, you get to draw a card when you wrote upon him. So yep, that's just normal starter stuff. And you rather just play him than Trickstar, cause like the Trickstar move is like kind of cheesy, because like going second you do want to draw just to survive, or not you're just gonna die, topple and die. So yeah, Reno just when she's ridden by Ryu, you may search your deck for one Trickstar and call it to Vanguard Circle. And Ryu's skill is when she's ridden by this Nirvana, specifically this Nirvana. So last one, and you find a Virina, the original Virina, and add it to your hand. So yep, that's, these two are +1, so that's nice. And then of course Nirvana himself, this one you actually have to, I actually have to, you know, have the skill up. So skill is act on Vanguard Circle once per turn. Discard one card from your hand, and you may call a grade 0 from your drop to a empty Vanguard Circle. I don't know if it's empty, I don't think it has to be empty, but just call it to a Vanguard Circle, right? And so you use this to revive Trickstar with no counterblast at all, and so that's really nice. His second skill is when he attacks, counterblast 1, and give all of your units to the Overdress ability and this guy plus 10k. And so what that means is that you can literally just have this guy here and 2 random Overdress units without overdressing onto Trickstar, and they can just be a 20k beat sticks. So that's really nice. You actually do that just to have some tempo plays. So yep, this is the right line, never changing. I think maybe the new Nirvana, they might change the card from right deck, or just change the right from not Maha at all. So going on to the Great Force, of course Maha Nirvana, but I'm only playing 3. So, yep. And then as well as 3 Virina Esperaludia. So yep, I think starting off with Maha's better. So yeah, Maha skill is continuous on Vanguard Circle. During your turn, all of your overdress, if you have an overdressed unit, your whole front row pluses 10k, so that's really cool. His second skill, act on Vanguard Circle once per turn. Counterblast 1, and either discard a card with Nirvana in its name from your hand, or from your soul instead from your hand. And then you choose a grade 0 from your drop zone, call it to a Vanguard Circle, and if your opponent's damage is 4 or less, you deal them a damage. So yep, that's Maha himself. And going on to Esperaludia, his skill, overdress onto Trickstar, right? And then when placed on Vanguard Circle, if this guy is overdressed, you may put all of your overdress, all of the cards with Trickstar in his name and the overdress ability from your drop zone into this guy's original dress. So yep, he sucks up everything. And then on his third skill on Vanguard, this is his second skill, but on Vanguard Circle once per turn, when your Vanguard attacks, so +1, stand this unit, and he gains +5k for every single one of your original dress. So yep, big Valiante numbers. So I think I should start with why am I playing 3 Mahas instead of 4, which is that I just wanted space in this deck, and I just felt that there was no problem playing 3. I still drew into these guys really consistently, so it's fine. It's really fine to play 3, but I understand why playing 4 is better, just to activate his skill more and finding him, especially since going second you actually want to use Amelia, so I understand why you should bump him up to 4. But I just felt like playing 6 Great Force, and I just thought this was a better lineup than playing 4 Mahas and 2 Esperaludia, because you do actually want to see him you do need to see him. If you don't see him, you don't really have this big push anymore. And so yeah, Maha deals your opponent damage, and so that's the good part. Like, you literally ping your opponent so that they really just can't escape from your assault, basically. I guess. But Esperanza is actually the important one here, because like even without him overdressing, you can actually stand him. So that's really good. I think everybody already knows that. And so having a really big 23 or 33 beat stick on his own, actually maybe not 33, maybe 31k if boosted, like before using his soul blast effect, and then soul blasting and gaining a bunch of power from all your original dresses is really good. And of course your opponent just dies to this, so you need to draw into him. That's why I chose to play 3 instead of 2. So yeah, Great Force, they're probably going to stay in this deck. I don't think they will go out of this deck. At most, I guess the ratios will change, but if anything, I think Maha will be cut if it really gets crept up. And Esperanza will still stay because the multi attack is really strong. So yep, the Great Force, nice cards. Next, on to the only Grade 3. It's not Valiante. This is Expecta. Say hello to Expecta. Valiante has been officially, I guess, kicked out from the deck. I mean, yeah, it has been ever since BDO3, so that's kind of sad. But anyways, Expecta's skill, Overdress on a Overdress unit, not Trickstar, and then continuous on Rearguard Circle. This guy gains the power of all of your original dresses. So basically, he'll be like, if you do a normal turn, if you do a normal Overdress with him, it's gonna be a 28 base. So that's cool. And then his Rearguard skill, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and this guy is in the Overdress state, I don't know if it's your opponent's Vanguard or if it's your Vanguard, but it's basically something like that. And then if you're in the Overdress state, count +1, and then this guy pluses 15k 1 crit, and then at the end of the turn, all of your original dresses go to the drop zone. So yeah, reason why I play him is just because having a grade 3 Overdress unit is nice, in my opinion, just because you can call him and he hits 23 instead of your grade 2s that only hit 20k. If you're of course right deck Nirvana skill. So yeah, that's the reason why I play a grade 3 Overdress unit. But also because his skill is sometimes comes in handy as well. Like, you just place this Overdress this alongside with your this, oh my god, this guy. So you just have a restander and this guy having a 2 crit. And then his skill is not his skill of putting all the original dress to the drop zone is not bad anymore, because he'll be sucking it up. So yep, he's better than Valiante. You can play Valiante of course, but he's just been kind of crapped out, I guess. Because this guy is just a lot better in terms of what he brings to the table. So yeah, on to the grade 2s. Of course, this is the star. I don't know if this is still the star, because like, this guy has been stealing all the show. Like, honestly, Esperanza is that good, right? It's so good. Anyways, the card that allows us to get into our pieces is Varina Arcs, and so what he does is very simple. You may overdress him. You may overdress him on top of the Trickstar, and on place of Rearguard Circle, if this is an overdress, count +1, draw 2 cards, and this guy passes 5k. So what this means is that you have a Pot of Greed that doesn't go to drop zone, but instead goes to your field. So you with a grade 1 that we'll be playing, this guy is not limited to 4 times anymore. You can literally use this guy like any number of times as long as you have a lot of canvas. So yep, this guy is good because he draws you cards. He draws you cards to see your Mahas. He draws you cards to see your Esperanzas. He draws you cards to see a lot of stuff. But you just need him. If you don't play him in your deck, it doesn't come on as lively anymore. Because you really do need the draw. This actual deck needs the draws, right? Although it cannot really survive. Especially since you're playing a tempo. Oh yeah, this is tempo based, by the way. This is not the crazy prayer build where you're just like, oh yeah, overdress. This is an actual tempo deck. So you'll be playing just like how you played set 1 Nirvana. Just like calling cards, pressure. So yeah, and then the next grade 2s, they basically fulfill the same role. So I'm just gonna put them two together. So I have Varina Erger, or rather Varina Elgar, I like to call them. And then of course the original Varina. So they fulfill the role of being a 20k attacker, literally. Other than that, you don't really use their skills. You don't really use the skills at all, actually. Other than Elgar, because his defensive 15k intercept is really good. But his second skill kind of comes up here and there, but you never really use it because you rather just use this guy. It's always this guy, right? Yeah, it's always this guy. His multi attack is a Solas one, whereas this one costs a Solas 2. So yeah, and the reason why I just chose to play this lineup is because I rather have the defensive skill than having just a random Varina. I think I should go through the skills just to let you know. Skill, Overdress onto a Trickstar. Then his first skill, in hand. And the better your Trickstar attack, if your Vanguard's a grade 3 Nirvana, you may Solas 2 and you overdress this on top of your Trickstar as stand, and you counter charge 1. And the third skill, I guess, is on Vanguard Circle, Garden Circle. If this card is in the overdress state, this guy passes 10k and 10k shield. So yep, this guy is beat stick. Not really that big of a beat stick, but you basically just use these two, call them on your turn 3 if you're going first. You can just like call these two and then just swing 23, 20, 20. So yeah, it works out. It works out good. Without overdressing, of course. But you can overdress if you want to. But I don't really see why, except for this defensive power. Defensive power is really nice, right? But really, Varina here, you don't really use this effect at all. I wanted to bling this guy, but I don't know. He was a little bit too expensive for my budget. So overdress onto a Trickstar. On Vanguard Circle, when he's overdress, if he's in the overdress state when he attacks, he passes 10k, and then you may Solas 2 and you can retire something from your opponent's field. So his retire comes up here and there. Not really. You don't really want to do it anymore because you just beat down with your great balls, right? And then this guy, yeah, they both just fulfill the role of being a 20k. So that's nice stuff. And so coming into the great ones, we have the new card. I only play 2 because I honestly don't feel like playing any more than 2 because this is gonna take up a lot of space. Like, if you want to blame like why I'm playing this, it's just because of this. I just needed space. I mean, then again, you might be arguing that, oh yeah, of course you can just cut this, right? Like, I just wanted more overdress units than non-overdress units. Emilia, Blaze Maiden Emilia rather. It's really good. It's really good going second. You need to see this going second. But then again, I'm only playing really little copies just because you do draw into it really easily. But going first is a dead card. That's bad. That's actually bad. But then again, you can place him behind this boy. So this actually makes the first attack 31. Let's actually go to a skill. Act on Vanguard Circle. Oh, I can't read. If your Vanguard is a Nirvana, you may and your opponent's grade 3 or greater, cast 1, put her into a soul, and you may write a card with Nirvana in its name from your hand as stand to your Vanguard Circle. So yep, that's basically, and then you cannot write, so you cannot superior write anymore for the rest of the turn. So yep, that is Emilia. So that means you just basically get to write up to Maha on your turn 3 going second, and that means you are not going to die to rush. Like, if your opponent's going first, they cannot like rush you to death anymore. That was kind of a problem for this deck, I guess. Not really, but it's like, if you play right, of course that's not going to be a problem, but it was more or less a problem that going second, you just like, you don't get as much, you don't pressure as much anymore, that you just kind of flop and die. So yeah, she solves that problem. You literally OTK opponent sometimes, so that's fun. It's very fun. Yeah, this is not a card to mess around with, so yeah, good card. You can bump her up, but I just didn't feel like cutting more cards in this deck. So also the next great one, I feel so sad cutting this to 3. I want to bump this up to 4. If anything, I would like cut Expecta, I guess, but for now, I'll explain why this guy is good, right? So the skill, On your Vanguard circle, class 1, you may just find the Overdress card from your drop zone and add it to your hand, and if you are grade 4, counter charge 1. So you just refund back the cost if you're grade 4. And then, yeah, like this card suggests, you get a free card. This is a +1 from your drop zone. And you might be thinking this is a bit counterintuitive because your Espera sucks up all the Overdress units, but then again, you can just place this before you place Espera, so yeah. The reason why it's good is just because like he makes you be able to reuse your arcs, so that's really nice. You can like keep using arcs. But a play that I actually go into pretty often is that you just discard this for your right deck, or discard this for your Nirvana grade 3, and then you just use this guy, counter 1, fetch him back to hand, and counter charge 1. That is really good. I really like this guy. I didn't really enjoy cutting him to 3 because that just makes him a lot less apparent to come to my hand. In which, of course, I actually do want to play 4 of him. I really like him because this is really just a free +1 to hand. I don't even think I said this guy's name. It's like some monk guy, Retsuji. But yeah, he's Retsuji. Yep. So yeah, I would bump him up sooner or later. But for now, I'm happy with this list. I've been playing a lot of this list. It's really fun. Right. And the great ones, the remaining great ones are of course PGs. I don't have Twin Buckler because those are overpriced. Like, honestly speaking, the over trigger, the PGs, the draw triggers, as well as the crits, they're so overpriced. I don't understand why. I don't know if for the English for the English format they're like fine. The price is fine, but for the Japanese, oh my god, the price is crazy. Like they amount more than Maha and Espera. I'm being serious. This sucks. Like this actually sucks. Right. So I'm just playing this because like I mean like 1 in every 10 games you will actually use the Twin Buckler skill because you are having this big massive hand with arcs. So yep. Okay, Twin Buckler. And then of course Trickstar. Trickstar has resist. I have a foil Trickstar now. Yay. This guy, I guess you can still do this meme play that we used to do during the start deck format against Prism, but you won't really ever do that anymore because you can just beat down a lot, going second with your Emilia and Espera. So yep. You don't play with the right deck anymore because fetching, like having a guaranteed from right deck compared to that one draw is like doesn't make sense. You rather just play this in your deck, have this 4th in your deck, and because the extra draw really helps you survive going second. Even if you don't get your Emilia, you still get to survive because the extra draw, unlike playing this guy in your right deck. As much as I like playing him in the right deck. So yep, Trickstar, he's really cool. He has the swirly. I almost wanted to get the VMC ones, but I'll get them next time. Yeah, the next updated Nirvana deck profile might see the VMC Trickstars. So yeah, Overtrigger, Jagrada, you have to play this. I think you have to. It's really overpriced, at least for the Japanese. But I think playing Jagrada is a lot more better than playing the rare crits. So you must just invest in this than invest in the rare, the rare triggers and the rare PGs. Anyways, crits, play. Alright, that's not how I do it. It's like this. So I play 6 crits, 2 fronts, 3 draws. Yeah, I'm really taking my time here. Sorry. And of course 4 heals. So yeah, this is the new lineup, I guess you can say, that I'm going with. Because honestly, I want to see a lot of crits. Critting your opponent is very fun. But then again, drawing is also kind of like you also want to draw because like going second, you need to have that draw. And so yeah, I'm playing fronts because I just really want the 20k shield. Yeah, this is actually good. I really like the 20k shield, unlike the 10k shield on the draw triggers. But yes, of course, play the rest if you can. But I'm not playing it because I'm broke. Yep. yeah, cause like 20k sometimes like your opponent just swings and they asks for 20k and just like, oh yeah, I do have a 20k. I don't have to drop an extra hand card, bro. So yep, draws heals. I'm not playing the new heals because why would you ever play the new heals? Even if like it's a meta core, I don't feel good playing the new heals. I'd rather just have a 15k. So yep, that's triggers. Nice triggers. So that is literally the deck. Although I do want to go to some alternative options. One would be the, of course, the prayer build that kind of got crapped out. I think you could say. But then again, Nirvana was not supposed to be this like stack overdress deck. I really like playing this tempo deck. Tempo is kind of my thing instead of this stacky overdress stacky deck. So. What prayer allows you to draw a bunch of cards when you overdress. It's good if you use it like just to get exposed to more cards, just to draw more. But other than that, you're never gonna overdress as much anymore because like the thing is that we only play like two expector. So having the overdress play doesn't really work anymore. And yeah, we rather just play like the great twos, because the great twos just allow you to act like if you want to rush, you can rush on great 2, so that's nice. And then still gain power from when you write great 3 Nirvana. And so yeah, prayer just got it's still fun. I still sometimes play prayer just cause it's like, yeah, your opponent just watches as you draw like 15 hand cards, haha. But other than that, it's alright. Prayer is it's fine. You can play prayer, but I just didn't feel like playing it in my deck. And then of course there's Horn of the Blessing, which is the other order that allows you to discard overdress unit and draw 2. Then you just use Horn of the Blessing just to again draw more cards. It doesn't really plus you. It's not like Arcs where it does actually plus you. But Horn of the Blessing, I used to play it, but then I just didn't play it anymore because, well, the deck is just I have a lot of stuff to keep in this deck. The deck is really very cramped. Like you see me cutting my Mahas, which is not good. So yeah, I think that's I think that's all for this deck. I pretty much explained. I think like that's almost all the options. I guess if another option would be just like playing the Great 3 build. Oh my god, there's a shadow. I think nobody wants that shadow. It's just basically playing like the Great 3s, the Great 3 build. Or maybe playing Great 3s in your deck just to activate Elgar, or just like have lesser, like having a Trickstar without a canvas. And so yeah, other than that, I think that's all. That's all that I have to talk about this deck. I think I did have some prior thoughts about this deck that made it that I wanted to share in this video, but I think that's all. I think that's like the meat, and yeah. Hopefully you guys took away something from this deck profile. If you want to copy this list, I have a Decklog in the description, so you can copy it. So yeah, that's that. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye bye.